Good evening. I'm Kevin Farrell, principal of South Granville High School, and welcome to South Granville's 2022 graduation ceremony. We are so happy to share in this celebration with each of you. I will now recognize seniors Rebecca Snyder, Valedictorian, and Tristan Kirksey, Salutatorian, for the leading of the Pledge of Allegiance and the National Anthem sung by Lacey Shelley and Ariana Dickey.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. It is my honor now to introduce the South Granville High School class of 2022 Salutatorian, Mr. Tristan Kirksey.
Good evening, everyone. First off, I'd like to thank our South Granville High School staff and teachers. Without all of your help, our school would have crashed and burned at 8:31 a.m. on August 23rd, 2021. Next, I'd like to thank the Granville County School Board for reversing your decision to shut down our school. Future classes at South Granville High School will always appreciate this decision. Before we got to high school, we all imagined it would be simple because that's how it was on TV shows. No matter what happened, It would always work out in the end, and nothing could go wrong. In contrast, high school was a complicated journey for us, and a lot of things did go wrong. So here's a quick recap of that journey. Freshman year, at the bottom again. After working our way up in middle school, we were back to the bottom. We had to find new places to fit in, new friend groups, and new interests. And because of that, we lost some friends. But that's okay, because progress can only be brought upon by change. These social changes, plus some physical changes still lingering from middle school, did not help to make this process easier. But by the end of the year, we found out enough about ourselves to get a foundation set in. The first step in our journey was taken. Sophomore year, it was time to find our niches. So we joined clubs like HOSA or tried out a new hobby. We needed to find ourselves, or else we might be lumped in with the freshmen. So onwards, we experimented meeting new friends, actually talking to the upperclassmen and not being scared of them. And by the end of the first semester, I think we figured it out. But then that fateful phone call in March came. We were told we were going to have a 2-week break to help quarantine the school for the up and rising COVID-19 pandemic. It was awesome. It was the break we needed at the time, and everyone was looking at this situation with the glass half full. But as time marched forward, we didn't return to school. The pandemic had reached us, and just like that, our sophomore year was finished, and that step in our journey was taken, unwillingly. Junior year, did this even happen? We started the year in front of our computers and ended it just the same way. No matter how we turned the situation on its head, it was hard to find a positive in it. It seemed like the whole world froze. Eventually, everything started to thaw, but we were left with one question. Would it ever get back to normal? Senior year, the comeback. We started this year with some COVID-19 protocols, but throughout the first and second semester, everything started to return to normal. Then finally, we were there, the home stretch. We had our final classes, bringing us steps closer to getting our diplomas. Everyone seemed to be in a more cheery mood at the time, and I don't know exactly what happened, but maybe a switch clicked in us that this is the end. This would be our last hurrah. So we had manifested something that our school had been missing for 2 years, our class spirit. We were the class of 2022, and nothing was going to change that. Now here we are, graduation, the season finale. So what is the takeaway from this? Well, personally, I took away that we need to be grateful for what we have, and we figured that out in our senior year. More photos were taken and more memories were made. I also took away the fact that we are resilient. We bounced back faster and stronger than ever. We took the bad and made do with it, and that made us the class of 2022. Fellow classmen, I charge you to do good unto others. Pass on the cheerful spirit you have created in the midst of trouble. Let others know you have their backs, because to get here, we needed others to have ours. Class, I charge you not to pity what you have lost. Instead, to look at what you have gained over the past 4 years. You may have made new friends and experiences you will never forget. And finally, class, I charge you to be open when communicating with others. The only way to solve anything is to talk it out first. Class, I have been honored to be your salutatorian for this year. Now let's get on with it so that we can graduate.
Stay right here. Thank you, Tristan. We would like to give you this small token in recognition of your hard work. This evening, we are privileged to have several special guests. Will you please stand as your name is called? Dr. Elisa McLean, Superintendent, Granville County Public Schools. Mr. David Richardson, Chairman, Granville County School Board of Education. Ms. Shawn Daniel, Assistant Principal. Ms. Amber Parrish, School Counselor. Ms. Brooke Satterwhite, School Counselor. We have some other guests here from the Granville County administrative team. Dr. Stan Winborn, Associate Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction and Student Services. Ms. Angie Salisbury, Secondary Education and Career and Technical Education Director. Mr. Jamar Perry, Executive Director of Human Resources. Mr. Bill Graham, Executive Director of Operations and Safety. Ms. Courtney Curran, Director of Federal Compliance and Personnel. Ms. Vicki Hines, Interim Chief of Finance. And if there are any other members of the Granville County Schools Administration, please stand. Thank you. We would also like to recognize other members of the Granville County School Board who were present. Ms. Glenda Williams, Mr. Leonard Peace, Dr. Gregory McKnight, Ms. Ethel Anderson. And if there are any other Board of Education members, also please rise. Thank you. We would also like to recognize city or county officials that are present, and please stand at this time to be recognized. Mr. Bobby Wheeler, Mayor of Creedmoor, Commissioner Russ May, and Commissioner Tony Cozart. And if there are any other city or county elected officials joining us tonight, please stand as well. And thank you for honoring us with your attendance. At this time, we would like to ask current and former members of the U.S. Armed Forces to stand. We're grateful for your service. And also like to recognize our Creedmoor Police Department Chief Keith King as well. Thank you for being here with us, Chief. We appreciate partnering with you. Now we will recognize students earning various academic awards for the 2021-22 school year, starting with the High School Latin Honor Awards. Students earning a weighted GPA between 3.750 and 3.999 have received cum laude distinction. These students are wearing a gold medal. Would these students please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. Students earning a weighted GPA between 4.0 and 4.249 have received magna cum laude distinction. These students are wearing a gold medal. Would these students please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. Students earning a weighted GPA of 4.25 or greater have received summa cum laude distinction. These students are wearing a gold medal and a gold tassel. Would these students please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. We will now recognize the North Carolina Academic Scholars. These students have a cumulative unweighted average of 3.50 or above. They have completed 4 elective credits constituting a concentration taking higher level courses during their junior and senior years, and have followed the course of study prescribed by the state of North Carolina. These students are wearing a silver medal and have gold seals on their diplomas. Would these students please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. National Honor Society membership is based on academics, service, character, and leadership while at South Granville High School. Students who have been inducted into the National Honor Society are wearing gold cords and have special seals on their diplomas. Would these students please rise? Thank you. You may be seated. I would now like to introduce the chairman of the Granville County Public School Board, Mr. David Richardson, for greetings from the Board of Education.
Good evening, graduates of South Granville High School. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to be the first to be able to congratulate you on your achievement that you will get to culminate in just a few moments. Over the past 13 or so years, you've learned many things: formulas, parts of speech, theories, times and dates of important events. However, you've also learned to be an imperfect but vital community of personal growth. A community that has experienced many things, such as cramming for tests, joys and heartbreaks, COVID, basketball, baseball games, and hopefully how to be better humans. As you have traversed this planet over the last 17 or 18 years, you've learned who you are and what you are about. Tim Cook of Apple said you should make decisions, big and small, each and every day based on a deep understanding of who you are and what you believe. These are not static things, and we wouldn't want them to be. You will learn more and more and grow with each passing year, as all of us should do. But there are foundational values that are core to your personality and your character. As you begin the next leg of your journey, whether it's a career, college, the military, or perhaps you're still sitting there trying to figure out what your path will be, I would encourage you to remember the lessons that you've learned, the people that you've met, and the experiences that you've had. Take each of those and combine them to make the world a better place than what you have found it. Never forget your roots. Come back here to Granville County. Visit or invest in our community. Use the platform that you're given to be able to reach back to the next generation and bring them along with you. Allison Felix, the most decorated Olympian in history, said recently, "Remember, your voice has power. You have to use your voice even when it shakes." There are times when you will ask for change, and there are times when you will create it. You've experienced that right here in this place. It's important to live life as a life of purpose. So I leave you with this. Congratulations, Vikings. You deserve it. Do your very best and live a life of purpose. Again, on behalf of the Board of Education, we congratulate you as you stand to accept your diplomas in just a few moments.
Thank you, Mr. Richardson. Now please sit back and enjoy the special music presentation by two of our Viking voices, Miss Lacey Shelley and Miss Ariana Dickey.
When you look back on times we had, I hope you smile and know that through the good and through the bad, I was on your side when nobody could hold us down. We claimed the brightest star and we came so far, and know they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high. When all this world was there for us, we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, when you think back on all we've done, I hope you're proud. When you look back and see how far we've come, it was our time to shine, and nobody could hold us down. They thought they'd see us fall, but we stood so tall, and know they won't forget. Whenever you remember times gone by, remember how we held our heads so high. When all this world was there for us, we believed that we could touch the sky. Whenever you remember, I'll be there. Remember how we reached that dream together. Whenever you remember, Ooh, we claimed the brightest star, and we came so far. You know that we showed them all
Thank you, ladies. I would like to introduce the South Granville High School class of 2022 valedictorian, Miss Rebecca Schneider.
Good evening, family, friends, teachers, staff, distinguished guests, and the graduating class of 2022. First, I would like to thank everyone in the audience who helped make this day a reality. All the teachers, staff, and administrators that provided us with a place to learn the foundations we will need in the future, and then some, as well as all the families and friends that supported us in these past 4 years, helping motivate us out of bed and to turn in our work in time. Thank you all. To my fellow classmates, guys, we did it. We're here. The day has finally come. We're on the brink of a new beginning, and once we cross the stage, it will be the start of the rest of our lives. We've been through so much together in the past 4 years, especially these last 2. Full disclosure, I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart lately, but for me, at times, it honestly felt like a blue shell had come flying through the air and hit our cart and caused us to fall off the track. For so much of our high school experience, it has felt like we have had no control over what is going to happen next. There were doubts about this day even happening since as late as last August. But as a school and as a class, we have fought to preserve this day and this community. We've put our blood, sweat, and tears into the South Granville, and through that fight, we have all gained strengths in a multitude of different ways. Strength in advocating when we push to keep South Granville and continue its legacy, in leading and working in teams when we helped rebuild South Granville's various programs and overall culture, and persevering through the variety of setbacks that we encountered transitioning to and from quarantine, and valuing what we have when we could just as easily dwell on the what-ifs and the have-nots. And with all of these strengths and all that we've learned here at South Granville, we can handle anything the universe throws at us. The world would be our oyster, or lobster, or whatever food you like. So enjoy it. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Try new things, take risks, and follow your dreams. There is so much to this beautiful planet to explore, and make sure to take the time to do so. Not just now, but at any age. For any obstacle we'll encounter, no matter the difficulty, we will Hulk smash it into the stratosphere. It's been an honor, everyone. Thanks again, and I hope you all have a great night.
Thank you, Rebecca. We would like to give you this small token in recognition of your hard work. Congratulations.
Thank you.
At this time, we will have our presentation of diplomas.
Eduardo Chavez Aguilar. Kaylin Susanna Aguilar Cano. Eddie Alan Alvarado Hernandez. Aiden R. Emmons. Glenn John Augusti Jr. Kaylee Ann Baker. Janae Elise Barbie. Jackson Davis Barber. Connor Richard Belair. Christian Emilio Bello Cifuentes. Dakota Christy Bennett. Brandon Theodore Birch. Kimberly Marie Berry. Layla Marilyn Besall. Ava Marie Bishop. J. Brianna Blacknall. Destiny Samarian Bland. Erica Gracie Boyer. Sadie Ann Bolin. Noah Alexander Boyd. Trinity Nicole Mahogany Branch. Tanner Mitchell Britt. Jake Evan Burns. Natalie Marie Campbell. Anthony Aaron Corrillo Padilla. Carlos Chavez. Haley Nicole Clement. Kaylee Marissa Colon. Angel Contreras Resendez. Erin Elizabeth Costner. Jaden Devon Crabtree. Jose Daniel Cruz Canseco. Juan Manuel Cruz Chavez Jr. Ashlyn Taylor Dean. Ashley Ann Decker. Taylor Christian DeFries. Austin David Delgado. Julia Pearl Duffy. Trinity Kaya Eaton. Jackson Davis Edwards. Thomas Jasper Ellington. Megan Hope Ellis. Caesar David Estrada Varela. Jasmine Faith Evans. Connor Edwards Fawcett. Zoe Victoria Fields. Isaiah Anthony Flowers. Julia Garcia Romero. Keith Jordan Gardner. Aaliyah Marie Harlison. Alana Nicole Harris. Nicholas Robert Hayden. Jorge Custodio Hernandez. Chloe Sophia Jones. Brianna Nicole Kirkland. Tristan Craig Kirksey. Michael Crandall Lane. Anna Marie Lewis. Ian Christopher Lipsy. Hunter Lee Lofstead. Hunter Ray Lopez. Cheyenne Elizabeth Love. Trayshawn Marquell Lynch. Mario Gerard Lyons. Zamari Akel Mangum. Morgan Jade Marks. Marcus Emmanuel McCullers. Cody Blake Knott Milko. Zayasia Zanice Mitchell. Kavina May Moore. Bryson Lee Neely. Hunter Douglas Neely. Gaston Randall Nelson. Janae Rianne Oles. Grayson Lee Paintner. Amber Marie Peters. Brandon Jamar Pulliam. Kayla Isabel Ramirez Alvarez. Julia Mitchell Reeves. Amy Resendez Hernandez. Rafael Alexis Rodriguez Flores. Marco Antonio Romeo Geronimo. Salvador Junior Geronimo Romario Geronimo. Jaime Francisco Romero Zalea. Jimmy Stanley Romero Dominguez. Elizabeth Ann Rudd. Kylie Ann Rizutek. Naomi Adeline Saldego Hernandez. Eric Clay Sapp. Kayla Chantel Savage. Christopher Blake Shaw. Trey Jaden Daniel Shed. Erica Marie Scheidt. Tyrell Sims. Tyjon Sahan Smith Allen. Tyron Hassan Smith Allen. Rebecca Ann Snyder. Megan Ashley Sparrow. Michaela Tashay Speed. Cody Dale Starnes. Samantha Lee Stones. Alexis Ann Strickland. Trayvon Taylor. Deshaun James Terry. James Mason Tilley. Jeremy Scott Toller. Justin Joseph Torrance. Daniel Lee Van Gilder. Caitlin Ann Barn. Shelby Lynn Washington. Lanisha Sharonda White. Micah Dontre Wilkerson. Anderson Jake Williams. Jared Dakota Wilson. Thomas Ethan Woolfolk.
At this time, I'd like to welcome Superintendent Dr. Lisa McLean to the podium for the pronouncement.
Thank you. Will our seniors all please rise at this time? By the power vested in me by the great state of North Carolina, and by the authority granted to me by our illustrious Granville County Board of Education, and after conferring with your principal, I hereby declare you graduates from Granville County Public Schools. You may turn your tassel. Congratulations. You may start the music. Congratulations.